רוצים לבדוק מה קורה שם יותר לעומק. דוקטור נילאז', שלום. Lal? Dr. Nilaj Lal?
Hello.
Hey, good morning, sir.
Hello, very good afternoon from India.
In India, yes. Thank you for joining us. Well,
Hi.
the pictures are absolutely horrifying.
Yeah. India is passing through a very tough time. This is the biggest health crisis which we are passing through. I think most of the cities like Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai is in the lockdown phase. The hospital beds are full. We run a medical hospitals in three states in India, majority in South India. There is no ICU bed left. We got a long waiting list of the patient who want to take ICU facilities. The essential medicines is in a short supply. The liquid medical oxygen is not coming on time. Every hospital is putting on boards. The oxygen will get exhausted within 2 to 3 hours. I think now we are getting so much of help from different countries like Singapore, Germany, and US. And I think within few days, like we fight first pandemic, which has happened in the last year, I think we all has to unite and again fight for the second wave. As of now, the situation is pretty bad in the country.
Yeah, Dr. Lal, doctors in hospitals, they have to choose between patients who is going to die, who's going to live?
Yes. No, we have created a team. We have taken hotels which is close by to the hospitals. We are giving a primary treatment to them. And whenever they are becoming sick, we are transferring to the ICU. So a primary doctor team is there, which is taking care of the patients in a COVID centers with basic oxygen concentrators as well as a paramedic team. Because ICU is full. We got around 250 ICU beds with 40 ventilators and all are full. Waiting list is for 1 week. So our paramedic along with the doctors are doing the screening and they are shifting the patient as of now.
Dr. Lal, what do you need? What does India need most these days? Oxygen?
India need two things. One is a liquid medical oxygen, which is in a shortage supply. Every hospital has put up the group and saying within 2 hours, within 3 hours, the oxygen will get exhausted. Number one, because I think every patient does not require ICU. We need to make them stable in the rooms as well as the oxygen connected line. Second, which the requirement is remdesivir, which is a wonder drug as of now for the treatment of COVID, which is in an acute short supply. Now, government can control over this distribution of this medicine to various hospitals, but still challenges are there. And thirdly, shortage of ventilators as well as HFNOs, because this is in short supply. If you got 200 beds, you got 40 ventilators. So I think some of the countries are helping India in sending ventilator beds.
Do you have any details, any kind of information regarding how the vaccine is working vis-a-vis the Indian variant? Because we are all waiting for your information.
Yes. Yeah. See, vaccines are working, but we started vaccination. Second week of March, we started the vaccination. Till now, around 15 crore of Indian population has been vaccinated. Priority has been given to healthcare workers, armed forces, and municipal corporation. And now we have started, for the last few days, we started vaccinating the people who are 45 years old. From May 1st, we are starting vaccination to the people more than 18 years of age. So vaccination is not at all. I'm looking to the population of India, which is 136 crore. Just 15 crore is vaccinated.
But Dr. Lal, are the vaccines efficient vis-a-vis this outbreak? I mean, the virus is resistant, is not resistant. When you are vaccinated twice, for example, with AstraZeneca,
yes,
or with Pfizer or Moderna vaccine, the vaccine is efficient?
Right. Yes, I think we are using two vaccines. One is AstraZeneca, which is made by Serum Institute India, and second is Bharat Biotech, which is Covaxin. Both vaccines are efficient as per studies given, and as a reason, most of the patients who land up to the ICU, they can able to survive well. So the impact of vaccine is good. But as I told you, only just 15 crore
Yeah.
of population is vaccinated.
Okay.
So that is a tough challenge for us. And
So-
we got a shortage of vaccination because we are not getting key material from the different countries so that we can produce maximum vaccine.
So what do we know exactly about the Indian variant? What do we know about it? Is it more contagious? Is it more? Is killing more people? Does it affect children? Do you have this data about the variant?
Yeah, I'll give you examples. It is not very harmful. It is mild to moderately harmful, but it is affecting young children as well as young population. If you see the young children, like we got a death of a patient who is just 30-year-old. So this time, this Indian variant is affecting young population more. So earlier in the first wave, young population was not impacted. If you see the children, they're not coming to the hospital and but now I see 20 to 25% of the population which is coming to the hospitals are young, more than 18 years of age. So this variant is not very heavy, but it is impacting the young children as well as young adult who is more than 18 years of age.
Yeah. Okay, Dr. Lal, thank you so much. We'll be in touch with you. Please take care. And thank you for joining us from India.
Thank you so much for the wishes. I think we can able to come out of the second wave in a good way.
We are
Thank
with
very
you.
much
We
and
are
stay
with
safe.
you in our thoughts, and we are praying for you. We love India. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.